Okay, we're here. Got a minute or two late start, but here we are in the mid-tempo jam. I had to refill my tea. This is really helping keep my voice in good shape. There's some Egyptian licorice tea going there. Okay, and as you may have noticed by the intro, we're going to start with good old Gonna Settle Down. So I'm double checking the live streams here. Make sure we are back on. Hope you all have found the new video here. Those of you who are coming back from the slow jam. And that we are live on YouTube. Very cool. Let's see here. And we are live on Facebook. All right. I'm realizing this computer case might be a little distracting. I'll put it down. Okay, Gonna Settle Down. Good old Flatt and Scruggs number, Lester and Earl, as it were. Let's see. Find a good tempo, and I will demonstrate this one for you. 1 and a 1, 4 and a 1. 1 and a 1 and a 5. 1 and a 1 and 4 and a 1. 1 and a 5 and a 1. 4 and 4 and 1. 1 and 1 and a 5. 1 and a 1, 4 and a 1. 1 and a 5 and a 1. I might kick it off like. Cool. I got dead strings, but I don't care. All right, if you're ready, take a breath. Kick us off on Gonna Settle Down in the key of G. Here we go. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Tonight I'm all alone, no place to call my home. Don't have no one to love me anymore. I'm gonna pick up my grip and take a long, long trip back to the one that I love so. I long to go back to my darling, back to the one I love so well. Oh, she'll be my wife and we'll settle down for life. For she's the one that means the world to me. I got it. I can't forget the day I left and went away. You told me I'd be sorry some old day. I found this to be true, so I'm headed back to you. Sweetheart, I'm tired and I wanna settle down. Oh, I long to go back to my darling, back to the one I love so well. Oh, she'll be my wife and we'll settle down for life. For she's the one that means the world to me. Play. What's the last verse? Back in the group. Dang it. I'm gonna sing the first verse here. Tonight I'm all alone, no place to call my home. I don't have no one to love me anymore. I'm gonna pack up my grip and take a long, long trip back to the one that I love so. Last chorus. Oh, I long to go back to my darling, back to the one I love so well. I know she'll be my wife, then we'll settle down for life, for she's the one that means the world to me. Shoot, my problem is I get that one mixed up with Cabin in Caroline, because they're so similar, the verses and the melodies. And that last verse of that one, oh, this is going to drive me crazy now. I keep hearing the last verse of Cabin in Caroline. So, okay, that happens at jams. People forget the words, you know. A lot of folks use iPads these days, and that's cool. You know, if you don't know, if you can't remember all the words, you know, that's, you got to at least be able to play the song. I like knowing the words myself. Oh, this is driving me crazy. What's the last verse of that song? There we'll live so happy evermore. There we'll live so happy evermore. Okay, sorry. I won't put you through this anymore. Let's play the next song. My home is across the Blue Ridge Mountains in the key of G. Okay, this one has very few words. My home is across the Blue Ridge Mountains. My home is across the Blue Ridge Mountains. My home is across the Blue Ridge Mountains, and I'll never expect to see you anymore. I hear different versions of this. My home is across the Blue Ridge Mountains. That's the one I like. Home is across the Blue Ridge Mountains. My home is across the Blue Ridge Mountains, and I'll never expect to see you anymore. All 1 and 5. So just a quick tidbit of knowledge. The melodies are always going to start on either on one of the chord tones, you know, of the chord that's happening, either the root, third, or the fifth of that chord. The first one started on the root. I mean, gotta settle down. Started on the root note and then went up to the fifth. This one starts on the third. So, you know, those are the cues you look for figuring out these kickoffs and finding the melodies of the song. Okay. Usually that's all you need is the starting note, and at least you could play something relevant to the song. Okay, kick us off on My Home is Across the Blue Ridge Mountains in the key of G. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. My home is across the Blue Ridge Mountains. My home is across the Blue Ridge Mountains. My home is across the Blue Ridge Mountains, and I never expect to see you anymore. I got it. Okay. So what do we got? Foggy Mountain Spatial. Been a while since we've done this one. I thought it would be fun. Pick a little 12-bar blues. Let's see. I mean, that's mid-tempo, but I'm gonna make it even a little friendlier for you. Drop it down a couple clicks. Okay. So 12-bar blues in G. 4 4 4 4 1 and a 1 and a 1 and 1 5 and a 5 5 and a 1. That's the whole thing. But you go twice through that. Twice through that form each time. Okay, so and let's go 3 times. 3 times back and forth on that. So I'll play it all the way through, then you, then me, then you, then me, then you again, and then tag it with the whole. If you want, it doesn't really need a tag, but that's the Earl Scruggs banjo ending for that. Anyhow, here we go. Kick us off on, well, actually, sorry, it's an instrumental. So I'm going to kick you off on Foggy Mountain Spatial. Me, you, me, you, me, you. 3 times each. Here we go. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I just love a 12-bar blues, especially that rollicking, you know, like bluegrass blues. It's so fun. And of course, you want to reference Earl Scruggs on that one. Okay, where are we at? We hear Little Annie, key of C. Now I still do like the Delmore, I'm sorry, not the Delmore Brothers, the Lilly Brothers version of this song. And since I'm going to Grass Valley this June for the CBA Father's Day Festival, I better like check out the Vern Williams version, because if I'm gonna have any hope of jamming on this song and people are singing harmony, we're gonna need to do it that way in California. It sounds so silly to think that it would be that different, but it really is. So I'm just gonna keep doing the version that I do, that I've always done, the Lilly Brothers version for tonight. But sometime between now and June, I might revise that and dig into the Vern Williams. It's just the chorus. The melody he sings on the chorus is a little different. So when you're singing harmony, you kind of have to know that. Anyway, that's just a disclaimer for all you California pickers and Vern Williams fans. So this is, you know, the Carter family is the source for this song, and so my version is kind of like theirs, and like I said, more specifically, the Lilly Brothers. So key of C, and a 1 and 1 and a 4, and a 1 and a 1 and a 5. 1 and 1 and a 4, and a 1 and a 5 and a 1. Chorus to the 5. 5 and 5 and a 1, and a 1 and 1 and a 5, and a 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 4, and a 5 and a 5 and a 1. My kickoff would go. Something like that. Okay. All right. Kick us off on Little Annie. And what we'll do is you kick us off on the verse, like I just sort of tried to demonstrate. And then we will go back and forth once we get to the breaks. So the first round of breaks, I'll take the verse and you'll take the chorus. Second round of breaks, you'll take the verse and I'll take the chorus. Here we go. Little Annie in the key of C. You're going to kick it off. Here we go. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Once more, little Annie, I must leave you. We shall part at the end of the lane. But promise me, little Annie, you'll be waiting when the springtime comes again. When the springtime comes on the mountain, and the wildflowers scattered o'er the plain, I will watch for the leaves to return to their trees. I'll be waiting when the springtime comes again. I got it. Take it to the chorus. When the sun shines down on the mountain, and the wild sheep are wandering all alone, and the birds and the bees are humming, make me think springtime won't be very long. When the springtime comes on the mountain, and the wildflowers scattered o'er the plain, I will watch for the leaves to return to their trees. I'll be waiting when the springtime comes again. Pick it. the springtime is here, little Annie. I am on my way back to the lane where you promised me, little Annie, you'd be waiting when the springtime comes again. When the springtime comes on the mountain and the wildflowers scattered o'er the plain, I will watch for the leaves to return to their trees. I'll be waiting when the springtime comes again. I will watch for the leaves to return to their trees. I'll be waiting when the springtime comes again. Woo! Okay. There we go, Little Annie. So I mentioned this in the first set. My voice is struggling because I had a bad respiratory infection and I didn't sing for a couple weeks, and I rolled into Winter Wondergrass Festival having to perform, multiple sets and like rocking out with Picking on the Dead. Last night we were like screaming and doing a big closing set, doing Going Down the Road Feeling Bad, right? So it's I'm in this funny place where my voice has recovered enough from my illness to be able to sing, but now I'm just exhausted from the festival. So thank you for bearing with me. That's my point. And I'll try not to draw any more attention to that. But here we have an instrumental, so that's going to give me a moment of respite. And it's St. Anne's Reel. So right after this, I'll check in with everybody, so make sure you leave a comment. Let us know where you are, what you're playing, what instrument, and anything else you'd like to share with the group. I'm going to just do a quick double check on the tuning. I am on location here in Steamboat Springs, Colorado. Big thanks to my friend John Madron letting me do the live stream from his place here. Okay, key of D, St. Anne's Reel. 1, 1, and 1, and 1, and 4, and a 1. 1, 1, and 1, and 1, and 4, 5, 1, and 1, and then and 4, 4, 1. 1, and 1, and 1, and 1, and 4, 5, 1. 1, 2 minor, 5, 1. 6 minor, 2 minor, 5, 1. In other words, D, E minor, A7, D, B minor, E minor, A, D. A little 1, 2, 5, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. Those are chord substitutions, I believe, from the more like old-timey or traditional French-Canadian version of the or Ottawa Valley. I'm not sure. I believe this comes from Canada, either French-Canadian fiddle or Ottawa Valley fiddle tradition. But those have become standard chord changes. I slowed it down a tiny bit because I know that might have been a little far-fetched for some of us mid-tempo pickers. So St. Anne's Reel. It's been a while since we picked this one, and I enjoy it. And let's play it. So I'll kick it off. I'm going to go 3 times through. Me, you, me, you, me, you, and you'll tag it at the end. Okay, St. Anne's in the key of D. Here we go. it's good to lock into the melody on that. And then it's just, once you get into those chord changes, it's really, really fun to kind of open it up and riff on it a little bit. It's just a lovely, lovely tune, one that never really gets old. Okay. Oh yeah, I was going to check in. Let's see how everyone's doing. Okay, here on Facebook land, Brian McCleary. Hello, Brian in Kansas City. Thanks for being here. Nina dropped Joe. Click on the link and donate. Thank you, Nina, for being an advocate for that. Yes, I really do appreciate the donations. Everyone pitch in a few bucks. It really, really helps me. Okay, Tim Paragon is trying to keep up on your little Blue Ridge BR143 Historic. Cool. Blue Ridge makes good guitars. And they don't cost as much as the Martins and things. So that's a good thing. Wow, lots of folks are here on YouTube land. Hello. Flight Time 1972, we are live. Yes, indeed. Matt Malwitz, hello, we are live. Northern Prairie Bluegrass. When I get back to her, my rambling days are o'er. We'll build a little cottage on the hill. We'll think of days gone by, sweetheart, just you and I. And there we'll live so happy evermore. Thank you, Northern Prairie Bluegrass. That's the third verse that I could not remember. Go and settle down. YOLO Swaggins. Wow, that's a cool name. Cool handle there on your YouTube. Love that song. Do you take requests? I do have, these, look at the description of the video. That's the set list. I posted it on Friday. I always post the set list. I posted it on Thursday last week because my single release was Friday. I released the third single for my upcoming album on Friday, and it's out, and I want you all to listen. That's part of your assignment. Listen to Coming Home to Stay. You can find a link on my website, tylergrant.com, or look at my social media pages or whatever. Find me on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Amazon, iHeartRadio. All those have the song, so check it out. Tyler Grant, Coming Home to Stay. And you can send me requests for the next session, and I'll take note of them. But send it in an email or a private message, because I don't keep up on these chat room comments after the live stream. Thanks for being here, YOLO Swaggins. Chris S. from San Francisco, playing a Martin, first time mid-tempo. Very cool. Thank you, Chris. Stephen James. Hey, Stevie. In Boulder, Niwot area, Front Range, Colorado. Northern Prairie Bluegrass. Yep. Thank you for sharing that last verse with me. And Sam I Jam, Don't Get Above Your Raisin. Hey, that's a good song. I've never done that one on the jam, but that is a good one. Donnie Yu, thank you for being here. And Pam Benvenue. Sorry if I didn't have your name right. Thank you for being here, Pam. Love Little Annie, love Vern Williams. Okay. John Cash says great song. Cool. And let's see, Dodger Martin, the other cool name on YouTube, and the real name of this fella, Dodger Martin. Thanks for being here, Dodger. Matt Malwitz picking on a big 1938 K bass. Very cool. That's the bluegrass sound on the bass right there. In Arroyo Seco, New Mexico. Kyle Sinden picking the banjo tonight in the Finger Lakes area, New York. Practically Nuts, that Wes in Monterey, I believe, still strumming. Yes, John Cash says clean. Thank you, John. Sam I Jam Sick. Jeff Sluman is here in Orange County in the OC. And Steven, yes, I can't wait for the release show too. Denver, March 22nd, Saturday at Swallow Hill Music with my Flatpicker album band. Ace Angver on the bass, Dylan McCarthy on the mandolin, Elijah Donovan on the banjo, and Melissa McGinley Stubbe on the fiddle. Great band. And then we have another one in April in Boulder at E-Town Hall. But the first one is in Denver, March 22nd. The album is going to be officially released on March 28th, the Friday. So keep an eye out for that. If you're not on my email list, that's a good place to be. So just go to tylergrant.com and a link will pop up. You can sign on to the email list. And I'll send you an email, a couple times a month. Not really any more than that. Okay, and Nittany Mountain Trail Rides. Hey, RB. Very cool. Hi, RB. In Pennsylvania, I believe is where you are this time of year. Or you might be cruising around in the RV. Anyway, nice to see you, RB. And I will see you at Augusta Bluegrass Week in Elkins, West Virginia, the third week of July. And they announced the instructor lineup for Augusta Bluegrass Week. I would highly recommend you check it out, augustaheritage.org. And then you'll find the links to all the different themed music camps there. And I will be at Bluegrass Week, as I've been pretty much every year since 2005. I love that week. It's one of the most inspiring and fun and soul-filling weeks of my year at Augusta Bluegrass Week in Elkins, West Virginia, on the beautiful rolling hills of Randolph County at the historic campus of Davis and Elkins College. And Whitworth picking on the D28 in New Hampshire. Cool. Thanks, y'all, for being here. Mark Hansen in Wichita picking a Tacoma with the finish peeling off. All right. Got to play that thing till the finish comes right off. John Keegan is still here, and you are in Smyrna Beach, not in the freezing cold Buffalo, New York at this time of year. Okay, very cool. We're moving on. We're going to get through the mid-tempo, and remember to come back for the fast jam. You'll have some time to kind of warm up to the fast tempos. I kind of need that myself, and I need a breather to just walk around a little bit after doing the first two sets. And the fast jam will start at quarter past the hour, a little less than an hour from now. 10:15 Eastern time. I know, because I'm in Colorado, I'm in the mountains. Sometimes I'm in California on Pacific time, so I know this is late for some of you. But that's the way I got to do it. You can always come back on the archives. These all exist on my Facebook page and my YouTube channel after the fact. I put them on a playlist. So if you look on my playlist on my channel, you'll find, please subscribe to the channel, by the way. That's a big thing that really helps. Just click the little subscribe thing. And doesn't really mean anything to you, except that you might, I might pop up on your YouTube homepage every now and then, and that's cool. Anyway, where was I getting at? So these will be on the playlist, the Tyler Grant's Playalong Bluegrass Jams playlist. There are hundreds of sets ever since 2000. What am I saying? Ever since 2020, when I started this thing. I'm tired, y'all. I was at a festival all weekend, and I got up and skied today. I skied a couple hours yesterday before our sets at Winter Wondergrass, and I skied today. My only 2 ski days of the year so far, so I'm feeling good, and I wanted to prioritize that while I had the opportunity and had a lift ticket from the festival. So anyway, I'm here, I'm doing my best for you, and we're going to play Love of the Mountains in B flat, one of my favorites, and I'm going to capo 3 because on the guitar that's kind of what makes sense for B flat. Capo 3, G position, and okay, that sounds pretty good. Let me find a tempo and let's get to Love of the Mountains. It's going to be a little bit quicker than we did St. Anne's. A little bit slower than that. I'll split the difference for you. Okay, Love of the Mountains, B flat. And a 1 and 4 and 1, 5 and 4 and 1, 1 and a 4 and 1, 5 and 4 and a 1. That's the whole song. Verses and choruses, same melody, same changes. And my kickoff might go something like 1, 2, 3. Something like that. Just pretty changes, right? Okay, here you go. B flat. You're going to kick us off on Love of the Mountains. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 2 trees on the hillside of a mountain, always reaching up toward the sky. Remind me of my mama and my papa, who lived there 80 years before they died. Now a bright moon shining in the valley, and a whole wagon leans against this stack of hay. 2 graves on the hillside by the cabin, my mom and dad are resting there today. I got it. The burning of the green wood on the fireplace, the falling snow around the redbud tree, branches of the laurel by the creek bed, and the rippling waters of the gentle stream. Now a bright moon shining in the valley, and a whole wagon leans against this stack of hay. 2 graves on the hillside by the cabin, my mom and dad are resting there today. Papa used to talk about the young days when he and Mama first settled there. They talked about the love of the mountains that he and Mom first shared together there. Now a bright moon shining in the valley, and a whole wagon leans against this stack of hay. 2 graves on the hillside by the cabin, my mom and dad are resting there today. Me and you. And a whole wagon leans against this stack of hay. 2 graves on the hillside by the cabin, my mom and dad are resting there today. Yeah, my mom and dad are resting there today. Fun. I was trying to get some lick like that on the 5 to the 4. Anyway, I'm always trying to get something real pretty on that 5 chord to the 4 chord. Sometimes I nail it, sometimes I almost nail it. Okay, 8 more miles to Louisville. Hey, another one that has just been some time since I thought of this song or have played it. And this comes from Grandpa Jones, who was not an old man when he started his career, but he had this whole persona as Grandpa Jones. Very clever. By the time Hee Haw was on TV in the 1970s, he was old. Anyhow, here we go. 8 more miles to Louisville. That's what they say if you're from Louisville, Kentucky. They say Louisville. Louisville. If you're from that same spelling of a town in Colorado, they call it Louisville. I'm going to say Louisville because that has a ring to it when we're singing the song. Okay. So I'm capo for E position, capo for C position. Let's play this in the concert key of E. Those of you who ever did band, like concert band, jazz band, marching band, etc., know that instruments are transposed in different like tunings, like E flat, alto saxophone, B flat, tenor saxophone, etc. So to that instrument, just like this effect, the notes might be perceived differently than what is concert key. So that's what I mean by concert key. We're actually in the key of E. That's our concert key. That means that's the key of the song. But I'm thinking C because I'm capo for C position. Anyway, a little musical tidbit for you. 8 more miles to Louisville. 1, 1, 5, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1. 1, 5, 1, 4, 1, and a 5. 4 and a 1, 1 and a 5. 1, 5, 1, 4, 1, and 5 and 1. Okay, and then the chorus. 8 more miles to Louisville, 4 and a 1. 1 and a 1, 2 and a 5. 4 and a 1, 1 and a 5. 1, 5, 1, 4, 1, 5 and 1. And on that 1, 5, 1, 4, the melody is 1, da, da, da. And that can work also as a bass line for inverted chords. Anyway, let's see. Let's find a tempo. It's a good tempo, but yeah, let's do it. We're working our way up to the fast jam. We're still in the friendly, what I consider friendly mid-tempo range. And if this is pushing some of you, that's a good thing. Okay. My kickoff might go something like. So here we go. Kick us off in the key of E. 8 more miles to Louisville. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I've traveled o'er this country wide, seeking fortune fair. Traveled down both coastlines, I've traveled everywhere. From Portland east to Portland west and back along the line. Well, I'm going down to the place that's best, that old hometown of mine. Oh, 8 more miles to Louisville will come into my view. 8 more miles in this old road and I'll never more be blue. I knew someday that I'd come back, I knew it from the start. 8 more miles to Louisville, hometown of my heart. I got it. Sure that there's a girl you know that you like best of all. Well, mine lives down in Louisville. She's long and she is tall. She's the kind you'll never find rambling through the land. I'm on my way this very day to win her heart and hand. Oh, 8 more miles to Louisville will come into my view. 8 more miles a vision in my mind of the place we'll call our home. A humble little hut for two we'll never want to roam. The place that's right for that love site is in those bluegrass hills, where gently flows the Ohio by a place called Louisville. Oh, 8 more miles to Louisville will come into my view. 8 more miles on this old road and I'll never more be blue. I knew someday that I'd come back, I knew it from the start. 8 more miles to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. 8 more miles to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. Hey, just a joyful song. Okay, one more here on the mid-tempo jam, way downtown. And, you know, this is typically a pretty quick number, so we're going to crank this up. We're not going to be in fast jam territory just yet, but this is going to be, you know, getting us there. It's pretty close to where we're going to start the fast jam, which will be quarter after the next hour. Okay. Way downtown. It's a 4-1-5-1 in the key of E, all the way home. 41-51, we say in Nashville. So in other words, here we go. 1, 4. 4 and 4, 1 and a 1. 5 and 5 and a 1. 4 and 4 and 1 and 1. 5 and 5 and a 1. Never any holds, we always go right to the 4 chord at the end of the form. Okay, way downtown, you're going to kick us off in the key of E. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Way downtown, fooling around, took me to the jail. Oh, me and it's all mine, ain't no one to go my bail. Late last night when Willie came home, I heard him a-rapping at the door. Slipping and a-sliding with his new shoes on. Papa says, Willie, don't you rap no more. Way downtown, fooling around, took me to the jail. Oh, me and it's all mine, ain't no one to go my bail. I got it. Well, this old shirt is all that I own, and $1 is all that I crave. 'Cause I ain't brought nothing with me into this old world, ain't gonna take nothing to my grave. Way downtown, fooling around, took me to the jail. Oh, me and it's all mine, ain't no one to go my bail. Play it. I love those hills of West Virginia, I love those hills of Tennessee. North, south, east or west, it's all home sweet home to me. Way downtown, fooling around, took me to the jail. me to the gym. Oh, me and it's oh my, ain't no one to go my bill. Okay. I got sticky strings, that's my problem. Because like I said, I was at the festival and had others playing this guitar. Like John Stickley. Because I play electric guitar most of the time and picking on the dad, and I leave this set up for other players to come up and play. So old Bill here, my Collings, got a workout yesterday and got some sticky strings. So I'm gonna get a little dab of, I don't have any nose grease because I took a shower. If you've been, if you've developed some nose grease, you do that, and why that helps. But in lieu of that, you just dab a tiny dab of olive oil, like you just touch the rim of the olive oil thing in that. And so I'm going to do that before the fast jam. Don't have time to change the strings. So I'll see you in 30 minutes at the fast jam. As always, I appreciate the donations, and let's take some time to warm up to the fast tempos, and I'll see you there at 1/4 past. Thanks, everybody.